Hello nation, I'm Juan Antonio Acevedo and you're watching Covey Pro Wrestling, and tonight is a very special night because in our main event, Big John Greene will be facing John Boy Justice, and the winner of this match will have the opportunity to become the first ever TV champion at All or Nothing 7. But first, let's go to the ring because we have very special guests tonight.
I'm going to bring up the Mason Dixon, Roller Vixen.
How's everyone doing tonight? All right. So first of all, this is some of my team. We're the Mason Dixon Roller Vixens. We play roller derby. Some real roller derby. So first of all, we want to speak and just say thank you first of all for Covey Pro being one of our sponsors. Was going to be our next bout because we wanted to let you guys know about it. It's on March 24th. It's located in Hagerstown, Maryland. It's by Turner State Palace. None of that. Heard that over there. I'm going to give you a hip check. All right. So Turner State Palace, located on Virginia Avenue in Hagerstown, Maryland. That's where we're going to have our next home bout. We're going to be playing against the Charlotte Derby Dames. So we're going to kick some butt. And we hope that you can come watch very much. Our tickets are $8 at the door. Our VIP seats are $13.
We have beer.
And we do have beer.
We do have beer.
That's always a big seller. We also have obviously great food and drinks. And obviously we even have stuff for the kids. It's definitely a family-oriented event. And we really hope that you guys can come out. And also you can look to find some future things because we also are looking for our new fresh meat. We call them fresh meat because they are new girls that are going to be coming. So please look on MasonDixonRollerVixen.com website for our upcoming fresh meat. So we're looking for some new girls to come join our team.
Yeah,
That's going to be in April. So please come skate with us. I love to hit people. So
That's right.
And thanks so much for having us here tonight. Thank you.
Picture, yes. Wait, you gotta look this way.
Covey Pro Nation, I really want to encourage all of you to go check out these ladies in action. Well, it's time for a quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere because this show is just getting started.
Fantastic. Go ahead and let's make that up. Fox's Pizza, 304-258-8000. They do deliver. 304-258-8000. Oh my goodness. Let's open that up. Stay here and open that up with me. Oh, that's definitely a pizza for Big John Greene. Fox's Pizza is a proud sponsor of Covey Pro Wrestling and a major ticket outlet.
Hello again, you're watching Covey Pro Wrestling. And tonight is a special night. In our main event, Big John Greene will be taking on John Boy Justice, and the winner will advance to All or Nothing 7 and will have the opportunity to become the first ever Covey Pro TV champion. We had the opportunity to talk to John Boy Justice earlier today, and this is what he had to say.
Joining me right now is CEO.
Covey Pro Wrestling, yes, it is I, CEO, and tonight you will witness the birth of the future Hall of Famer. That future begins this very evening here in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia. Wrestling for a Cure, March 2nd, the man himself, John Boy Justice.
Just the CEO said, tonight is going to be a night about me. It's all about me tonight. Before we get to the Hall of Fame, though, there's one thing that's stepping in front of me. Once again, I got to go out there and beat that geriatric old man, Big John Greene. And when I take him out, and I know I will, I'm going to go on up to the top to be the next Covey Pro Hall of Famer. What do you think, Toots? You want to go out with a Hall of Famer after the show? Because that's going to be me. Stand by.
We go back to the studio.
We will be hearing from Big John Greene later on this episode, but right now, let me tell you a little something. Covey Pro Wrestling is proud to have one of the top women's division in the area. Why? Because our ladies are actual wrestlers, not just cute little models. As an example, tonight we visit Homecoming 2012, where Mary Elizabeth was coming and facing the champion, Jessie Belle McCoy, for the title. Let's watch.
Introducing first, hailing all the way from Pikeville, Kentucky, she is the current reigning and defending women's champion. Here is Jessie Belle McCoy.
There you go, your women's champion right there.
Southern Belle, Jessie Belle Southern. I'm sorry, Jessie Belle McCoy. It's gonna be hard to get used to that. She's certainly something, Justin. I'll give her that. I gotta love her ring entrance. That was awesome. I'm gonna get in trouble again.
Very nice to look at, very sweet on the outside, but quite sour in.
Sit down, all of you, shut your mouth, and you show me the respect that I deserve.
See? That didn't take long.
Not only am I the Covey Pro Women's Champion, who I beat Mickey James for, I am also the PGWA 2010 and 2011 Female Wrestler of the Year. I am so far above West Virginia. I am an international superstar. You know what that means? I have wrestled from Pennsylvania down to Florida, west to Texas, and north to Michigan, and here I am in front of you disgusting, ignorant, filthy hillbillies to defend armpit of America, West Virginia. Matter of fact, the only reason I'm here is because my agent asked me if I'd like to work and take a 2-year contract in Berkeley Springs. Silly me. I thought that was somewhere nice like Colorado. Because had I known I'd be here, I would have kept on trucking, buddy. Why do you think the main export for here is coal? Because you people belong underground, okay? You are black lung, infested, disgusting disease-ridden, not worth the dirt on my boots. So, as soon as I defend my title and honor my family, the McCoys, I'm gonna get out of here just as quickly as I came in. Because the only time I like to see West Virginia is in my rear view mirror.
Appropriate here in October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes, it is breast cancer.
We'd love to give her that jeweler inspection.
And again, how does Pat Lawson get the call to ref the match again?
I don't know.
How does he keep drawing this?
He's got to have 2 heads on that coin. He keeps flipping. Eager to give up that championship.
This is just an easy, breezy match for her.
I don't think she's going to get what she wants either. I don't see these fans respecting her wishes. She didn't show any respect to any of them.
She's the champ. She earns respect by holding that title. Just like in the Hatfield to try to cheat right off the bat.
Oh, she's just having a little fun with Jessie Belle. Oh, nice go behind there by Mary Elizabeth. Got the rear waist lock.
I know
Jessie around into a front face lock.
I know I'm gonna get shot for this, but I know there's a lot of kids in the audience, but I'm praying for a wardrobe malfunction.
Quickly into a cover, kick out by Jessie Belle. Got her in the headlock now, though. Mary Elizabeth stayed right on top of her. Always a good place to be.
She put me in a headlock. Anytime. Oh. All right.
Good move there by Jessie Belle. Putting a foot into the back of the knee, gaining some vertical leverage.
Women's champion since defeating Mickey James back in, I believe, April.
Hatfield with a nice roll through into a head scissor there. I don't think Jessie Belle was ready for that. Much evidence about her going to the ropes. Break the hold. Taking a second to tell these ringside fans what she thinks of him. And let Pat Lawson know that he does not stand a chance this evening.
Pat never stood a chance to begin with.
A man can dream, can he not? Collar and elbow tie up again.
Into a wrist lock.
Now into a key lock. Got that arm cinched in. Jessie Belle backs her up to the corner now. Ooh, arm drag, but Mary Elizabeth holds on. Used Jessie Belle's own momentum against her there.
She did.
And right back to that head scissor.
Just like a West Virginian to cheat.
I didn't see any cheating there.
I saw a lot of cheating. She was pulling on her hair.
Well, you, sir, need to go and get your eyes checked. There's a county, well, excuse me, easy for me to say, a counter by Jessie Belle.
Well, I saw the angle that you were seeing. I can see why you got flabbergasted there for a second.
That's all for me.
All I know is the cameraman needs to move a little bit because he's in my way. There we go. Good job.
He does. Keeping that head scissor.
That's why Pat always draws his matches.
Elizabeth Hatfield shifted over top. Kick out by Jessie Belle. Calling for a timeout.
The champ is calling for a timeout.
I don't think she's going to get one, though.
The champ needs one. Give her one.
Louis G. Rich here. As a former Covey Pro Tag Team Champion, there's nothing I won't do to get my tag title back, which sometimes means things that are outside of the law. But I never worry because I know I can always call Eric S. Black, attorney at law. That's Eric S. Black, attorney at law. 304-258-2931. So remember, when you see the blue, call the black.
Oh, Mary Elizabeth charged in, right back into that rear waist lock. Picking Jessie Belle up, slamming her down, and right back into that armbar. Solid game plan. Oh, reaches across, cinches in a chin lock now.
Got to get a little bit more than that for the champ. This is the woman that did defeat Mickie James for that title.
Look at the way she's bending her in half here now.
Jessie Belle getting out of that hole.
Yeah, Jessie Belle just bit her. Apparently Lestat got to her in the back. Now Jessie Belle taking an arm wringer. Mary Elizabeth rolls through, slips under. She's got her trapped in a heel hook of some kind. Leg grapevine, got that ankle picked. Jessie Belle's gonna have to try to get to the ropes or something. She could be in big time trouble here.
There we go for the pin.
Shifts the body weight over.
That's a championship experience right there.
Near fall. Hatfield charges in, rolls up McCoy. Kick out at 2. Leg trip there, into a cover, kick out again. Double leg, jackknife pin. 2, kick out again. And back to the wrist.
Look at that.
Jessie Belle breaks it, catches it with a back fist. Whip to the corner. Mary Elizabeth is charged right out with a clothesline. Followed it up with a back elbow and a hip toss. Jessie Belle's in trouble here. Lost it down for the count. Not even
And
a 2.
there we go. She's rolling out, doing the smart thing.
Jessie Belle going for a walk.
Taking the time out.
She was asking for one. She's making her own now.
Absolutely.
It's a smart move. She needs to slow down the momentum of Mary Elizabeth.
She's
here.
the champ.
Miss Hatfield is certainly owning this feud. Gotta admire McCoy's wit, if nothing else.
I love
Getting
her
her
wit.
backside handed to her by Mary Elizabeth, and yet she's still able to talk trash to the fans.
Yes, I love her wit.
Into the apron. Sending her back in.
I do love her wit and her backside. Absolutely, yes. I agree 100%.
Oh,
slingshot
boy.
to the second rope. Beautiful maneuver.
She might have baited her in there.
Ooh,
Double leg drop to the low back. Going to work on the solar plexus now. Rolls her over into a cover. Kick out at 2. Pat Lawson letting us know what we got there.
About time he did something besides stare.
Well, I can understand his conundrum there.
I will say, once again, he does have the best view in the house.
Jessie Belle asking these fans to be quiet again.
Ooh, beautiful snap suplex.
Fantastic technique there. Goes right out of that front face lock into a vertical suplex.
That's all over.
Floats right over into the cover. Even hooked the inside leg. Just not enough.
What?
Hatfield's got a little more fight this evening. Speaking of fight this evening, firing some shots to the gut now. Went for a big line, ducked by Jessie Belle. Oh, she got her hook. Uh-oh.
Got her hooked. What do we got going on here? Oh, look at that.
Oh,
look at that.
wow.
Ouch.
Hatfield wisely fighting out of that thing. Into a roll-up somehow. But the positioning in the ropes, McCoy was able to break that. Irish whip out of McCoy. Ducked the head early. Sunset flip.
Nope.
Countered by McCoy. Again by Hatfield. They're going back and forth here.
Hatfield.
Ooh. Oh. Just booted her right in the chin. Trying to rearrange that pretty face.
That southern smile right there. Look at that. She knows she's got this in the bag.
Hooking her into a modified camel clutch here. Even putting in the fish hooks for good measure. Having words with Pat Lawson again.
She wasn't doing anything illegal.
Oh!
That's some
Here there's forearms. Oh, got her by the hair, face first in the middle of the ring.
Well, she'll look like all the other Western opinions around here.
What are you trying to imply?
They're ugly.
I see some very beautiful people here.
Where?
Hey, look out. You don't see it? Nah, we've already discussed it.
Okay, all I'm saying is look at this row right here in front of us. No.
I see a couple of hands being raised.
No. See the champ saying it's all over.
And let's hope for her attitude's sake that she is the I'm not even gonna go any further with it. She doesn't know any better than we do what's going on here. Other than a bow and arrow that Mary Elizabeth Hatfield is fighting up out of now. Back to a vertical base, stopped quickly by McCoy. Yanked her down by the hair, right back into that bow and arrow.
That's a nice bow. What do you think, Cross?
It's very well executed. Crowd getting behind Hatfield. Trying to fire up the West Virginia native here to defend the honor.
Vicious forearm exchange. Ooh.
Oh, man. Followed up with an Irish whip. Holy slam! What a show of strength!
That was beautiful.
A duck! Oh! Face plant! McCoy wisely heading toward the ropes, trying to gather her bearings. She's out of it. Hatfield's back on her feet. Mary Elizabeth's got her. Hooking her up. What's she got in mind here? Oh! Planted her. Oh, she's calling for it. She's gonna finish her off now.
No, the champ's gonna pull something out here. Come on, Jessie.
Oh my, we're going to the high rent district.
Look at that strength.
Good counter out of McCoy. Wisely using a handful of hair.
She's not gonna let a Hatfield beat her today.
Into a cover. Lawson's down. 2. Only 2.
Come on, Jessie. You got this.
Frustration etched on the face of Jessie Belle. Hooking her back up.
There we go. What do we got here?
Oh!
That's it. It's
Glory
all
bomb
over.
did ring.
All over.
I got to agree with you there. I don't even know what to call that.
She's gloating because she's the champ.
Well,
Hatfields have been beating the McCoys forever. Other way around.
yeah.
Look, it's all over. Look. What?
Oh! Took too long! And she got caught! You were right again! I never thought I'd say it, but twice in a night you were right. The Hatfields have been beating the McCoys forever. Now for the women's championship. Jessie Belle is living.
I couldn't see it because we had the cameraman in the way.
And Pat Lawson.
So I'm sure there was trunks pulled, hair,
He is
tights.
than a pig in mud right now.
Look at Pat. Pat.
He's
That's
just
an
doing his
illegal
job.
by
He's
an official.
separating these competitors. The match is over. Jessie Belle not happy, but she took way too much time.
Pat was just trying to cop the field. Yeah, look at that grinny, cheesy grin on his face.
A new women's champion here tonight. Mary Elizabeth Hatfield comes back to West Virginia and defends the honor of all of her fellow West Virginians.
There's not honor in that, man. There's not honor in that at all.
Of course, we have not seen Mary Elizabeth Hatfield in Covey Pro Wrestling ever since Nyla Rose took her out. And next week, right here in Covey Pro Wrestling, Nyla Rose will be making her in-ring debut as she faces the person that interrupted her during Tyme Out. Let's watch.
A woman came out of the crowd. She made one hell of a statement. With one power bomb, she power bombed the crap out of Mary Elizabeth. And personally, since she's West Virginia trash, just like the rest of you, I love her. I'd like to introduce my guest on this show tonight, Miss Nyla Rose.
Well, folks, we finally have a name attached to the face. Wondering who she is and what she's doing here. Maybe we'll get some answers.
She's just sexy, girls. She's sexy. I'm a little scared because I think she can powerbomb the crap out of me. So. Give it up. Look at this woman. She's just pure muscle. Look at her. Would you like to have a seat here? Okay. Well. So, I don't want you to get too close to me. I don't want you to punch me because you look like a tough young lady there. Why? I want to know, because I really don't care what these morons want to know. But why are you here and what's your...
For over a month, everybody has been wondering what I'm doing here in Covey Pro. The answer is very simple. I want to wrestle. Men, women, ugly children. It doesn't really matter to me who you are, as long as the cash is right. I mean, they said there was a lot of talent here, and so far, they're absolutely right. I see a lot of talent out here. We have eating champion over here. Professional unemployment over here. So there is a lot of talent here in West Virginia. But so far, this locker room is a joke. There's absolutely nobody in this building who can take me on. What about you? What about you?
Oh, no, I can't.
No?
No, I can't.
Hey, Big John, what about you? No? Oh, Barbie, you're looking at me kind of funny. Why don't you get this ring, Barbie?
I'll rest. Ladies. First. Before we do anything, can I get some oil, baby oil, for this?
All right, Justin.
Some mud. Can we get some Jello? Can we get some Jello? Dude, you want Jello, right? Jello?
Can we get some kind of... We look like we're about to have a situation here. I don't even think... Oh! Hey, we got a straight-up catfight here. Nyla Rose and his word that this is Tori Lynn, the newest diva signing here at Covey Pro Wrestling. Don't bring it up. Right there. Don't bring it up. Come on, bring it up. We got flying.
I thought we were getting some baby oil.
Tori Lynn and Nyla Rose.
You don't got
security out here.
Do you really call this security cross? I mean, come on. Security can't do anything. You guys suck. You guys suck.
Challenge accepted. Nyla Rose out here looking for competition. Tori Lynn, the newest diva signing.
And that's why I left the ring. Ugh.
Look at
Hey,
this
Shawn.
ring.
Shawn, go get up in the ring, buddy. Go ahead. Here's Shawn.
Even Mr. C's impressed with that feat of strength.
Earlier on tonight's episode, we got to hear from John Boy Justice. Right now, let's go to Patricia, who is in company of Big John Greene.
Good evening, everyone. I'm here with Big John Greene, who will be participating in the TV title tournament tonight. How are you today?
Oh, Patricia, tonight's going to be a great night. This is going to be one for the Covey Pro Nation. Tonight's the first leg of the TV title tournament. I will be winning tonight. There is no doubt in my mind. Nobody can beat me tonight or at All or Nothing 7 when we go for the final leg of the tournament. I will become victorious and become the first Covey Pro TV champion.
So tell us a little bit more about your opponent. You guys have a history, right?
Oh, man. My opponent tonight's the meter maid from Texarkana, Texas, John Boy Justice. I've been fighting him for 12 months now. Between him and his manager, CEO, they can go take a back seat because tonight is my night. It's the Green Scenes night. Tonight is the night where champions are made.
Well, I wish you the best of luck tonight, Big John Greene, and I hope you win.
Thank you very much, Patricia. Have a great evening. Enjoy the matches.
Thank you, you too. And now we go back with you to the studio, Juan.
Well, it seems like Big John Greene is very confident that he will not only defeat John Boy Justice, but that he will also become the first ever TV champion. Do not go anywhere because the main event is still to come. Tonight, Big John Greene will be facing John Boy Justice, and the winner of that match will advance to All or Nothing 7 for a chance to become the first ever Covey Pro TV champion against whoever won last week between Skull and Alan Cross. Let's relive the last minutes of this match, shall we?
Alan sidestepped him.
There we go.
Scoops him up now. Oh my! Pat Lawson's gonna have to check on him here.
Somebody check him into the Western Hotel.
1, 2. What was it, Pat? 2? Only 2?
Really?
Had to have been on instinct alone.
And he's going into the Hall of Fame. Yeah, right.
Because there's nothing but stars spinning that skull right now.
That's it. Chance calling it over.
Oh, we've seen this before. So has Skull, though, done his homework on that. Oh,
boot to the face.
Charged into the boot. Size 10 out of Allen. Oh, springboard ace crusher. Into the cover, drapes the arm. 2.
Oh.
Oh.
On the rope. Foot on the rope. That's a true sign of a champion right there. Knowing his ring, where he's at in the ring at all times. Shut up, Charlie.
Alan Cross just barely draping his foot across the bottom rope, saving his hopes of becoming the first ever Covey Pro Television champion. We've got to be nearing the 10-minute time limit here, Justin.
Absolutely.
Skull hooked him up. Cross over the back.
DDT. That's it. It's over. That's it. And that's it.
Ladies and
That's right.
gentlemen, here's your winner, and moving on to the TV title tournament, Alan Cross.
Where's my respect? Where's my respect? The advances of the television title tournament here tonight. Alan has crossed Skull right off of that title bracket.
I'm telling you, that's my pick.
The Cruiserweight champion, Alan Cross, is ready for All or Nothing 7. The only thing he's missing is an opponent. So tonight, in our main event, Big John Greene will be facing John Boy Justice, and the winner will face our Cruiserweight champion for the brand new TV championship. And you will not have to wait any longer because that match starts right now.
This next match is also for the Covey Pro TV title tournament match, scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. And introducing first. Referee by his manager, Charles Everest Osgood, better known as CEO, and representing the Inner Circle from Texarkana, Texas, weighing in 250 pounds. Here it is.
Now you see, this is a man I want to ask a couple of questions to. You want to know why? I got a strange package from a random address in Texarkana.
I know nothing about that.
It was a white powder inside of it. I might need to contact Homeland Security.
Nothing. I don't know. I have no clue.
You don't think that man down there, John Boy Justice, would have anything to do with it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The ego that this guy's gotten on himself since the all but implosion of the Inner Circle.
We're not imploding. They are not imploding.
No?
They have
Members are leaving the Inner Circle like rats from the Titanic.
John Boy, the rest of those, they're fine. The Inner
Bay City Thrashers, who I have an interview tonight to help them get back together.
Well,
John Boy Justice
that goal.
and my boy John Boy and the world champ. Don't forget that. And Mr. C. Come on, you're stronger than ever.
Oh, yeah.
And his opponent.
He said, you know, Ian, when one door closes, another door opens. And as much as he wanted to come back to the Sportatorium as Covey Pro Heavyweight Champion, he's just as pleased to have the opportunity to be the first ever television champion.
Yeah, John Boy! John, he's my hero. John. Boy's not here. He should be in the next Hall of Fame.
You don't think he's selling him a little large?
Look, look, oh. Get him out of the corner, ref.
disrespect. Shoots the half into a cover. Firing right hands in behind the ref.
There's the legal there.
It didn't take Big John Greene too long to learn a few dirty tricks. Of course it wouldn't when you've been across the ring from the inner circle.
Big John Greene's a joke. Did you see him on Covey Pro TV last week at that Washington, D.C. car show? He was so out of place. Sitting in Bentleys and fancy cars. No, definitely not. He should be sitting on his tractor.
Oh, God!
Beautiful suplex.
That was a phenomenal show of strength out of John Boy Justice here. Backing himself up to the quarter.
There we go. That's
Enjoying
it,
the
John Boy.
high
Finish
range
him off.
district.
Finish him off, John Boy.
Oh, my! He might have just torn his hamstring there. Big John Greene firing some knees, backs him into the ropes, Irish slip across. Kind of clothesline lays John Boy Justice out. You think he's dreaming of donuts?
Donuts, really? Donuts?
Well, it's either that or coffee, right?
Such disrespect for a law enforcement officer.
No, that's disrespectful to him.
Law enforcement.
Not all law enforcement.
Yes, all law enforcement.
Oh, well, then you're saying all law enforcement just
We know
eat
your
their
criminal
his
history.
coffee?
Whatever.
John Greene hooking him up here. Oh, my!
Almost a jackhammer-like move.
Into that cover again. Only a 2 count. These men have had a rivalry for the ages here in Covey Pro.
Look, the cops coming to get you for disrespecting John Boy.
Well,
Arrest him.
you
Arrest him.
better talk to him also. Ooh! Oh, a knife edge chop.
So illegal. Get him out of the ropes, Pat.
Oh, there's
Get him out of the
another one
ropes,
echoing off of the walls here. Oh, he's lifting up the shirt.
And then, see, disrespect. You taught John Boy that, or John Greene that, didn't you?
I didn't teach anybody anything.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Get him out of the corner, Pat. That's illegal.
Big John Greene backing him in. Firing some shots to the gut now. Boom! In control of John Boy Justice. What's he got in mind? Green scene hushed with anticipation. Brings him out to the center. Scoops him up.
Oh,
look at this string. Oh, running power slam out of Big John Greene. Big John says it is quitting time, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it's not. Come on,
John Boy Justice lined up off the ropes. Oh, there it is.
Come on, CEO.
John Boy Justice. Discombobulated. CEO just saved him, putting his
I didn't
foot
see
on the
anything.
rope.
That was John Boy putting his own
Pat
foot up.
also did see it.
And CEO was just pointing it out. CEO was helping John.
CEO was being the slime ball that he always is.
He was helping the referee do his job.
Now he's up on the apron. He's got no reason to be there.
Look, see, John Greene should not put his hands on the
John
boss.
Boy Justice
Big
has
John
that
should not put his
nice
hands on the boss. Get your hands off the boss.
Oh! John Boy Justice.
Wear him out, John Boy.
John Greene.
Wear him out, John Boy. Wear him out, John Boy.
Moving on to the quarterback, Big John
Greene.
Greene.
He doesn't look like much of a winner to me. Hit him again, John. There we go.
John Boy Justice. With
He doesn't need this title. He's going on to the bigger things.
What did he just say?
He doesn't need this TV title. He's going on to bigger and better things.
What? Just who the hell does he think he is?
He's John Boy Justice.
The
He can
wicked
do
boy
what he
from the
wants.
inner circle thinks he's a superstar because of the top
Why not?
dogs left?
Why not?
You gotta be kidding me. Too good for this.
John Greene doesn't look like much of a winner.
Doesn't need this.
That's a Hall of Famer.
Well, somebody's certainly gotten pretty full of themselves.
Well, I'm gonna go and do my job now, so
Please do. Please do. I will
Hey,
relish
Pat.
the fresh air.
Pat, get that piece of trash out of my ring. Get the piece of trash out of my ring.
Big John Greene moving on in the television title tournament. Here come the modern day warriors to help him in the back, but you gotta wonder how that attack is gonna affect his chances in the tournament.
Well, Nation, the stage has been set. All or Nothing 7. It will be Big John Greene facing the Cruiserweight Champion, Alan Cross, for the brand new Covey Pro TV Championship. Well, Nation, that's it for me this week, but please remember to visit us on the web at coveypro.com and also check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com/coveyprotv. Until next week, I'm Juan Antonio Acevedo and this has been Covey Pro Wrestling. Have a good night.